celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life with Sterling Fox on AM 650.
Welcome back to the program. By gosh, we've got a lot of people in studio with us on this episode of Boomer Life. It's kind of fun as we talk retirement living with the fine folks from Revera Retirement Living in the person of Lydia Miller, who's their regional BC sales director, and Deborah Morgan, lifestyle consultant from Parkwood Manor.
Thank you, Sterling.
In Coquitlam.
That was a rockin' awesome show.
Well, thank you very much. We're not done yet, Lydia.
I know, but still, we got to share that before I forget.
Well, I appreciate that. We've talked a lot. We've talked about and our guests, wow, all sorts of people in studio. Anita Sampson and Gwen Travis. Gwen lives at Parkwood Manor. Anita is Gwen's daughter and thrilled to pieces that she lives at Parkwood Manor. Also in studio with us, Lynn and Ron Grender, whose mom lives at Parkwood Manor as well. But the way in which Anita and her mom approached Parkwood Manor, Lynn and Ron, just a little different from your fight to finally get mom ensconced in a community that now she's pretty tickled to live in too, isn't she?
She has seen the light.
Right.
It took us a while to get the bulb screwed in, but she has seen the light, and we're so grateful. We're so relieved, and we see so many benefits for her.
Right.
Couldn't be happier.
Deb, you had a little bit of a saying here as we were getting everyone adjusted to sitting around. You said moving to Parkwood Manor allows...
Well, it sort of was a light bulb moment listening to everybody talk.
Okay.
It allows children to be children again and allows the parents to be parents again. Mm-hmm. Because often what happens when the children are caring for their parents in the home, the reverse happens, that the children are becoming the parent.
Right.
So it gives them their life back.
Mm-hmm. And for all parties, and Anita's nodding vigorously. Yes. Well, and it's fun, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, your mom is happy. She's a very social person and is mixing, to say the very least, quite successfully with the rest of the crowd. And you and your sisters are just tickled, absolutely tickled.
Now it's going to have a visit with her and not going to care for her and cook for her.
Right.
We can do social things. Go there to a show or whatever, take her out and have fun. Mm-hmm. It's not going there to care for her and worry and cook her meals.
Well, and it's got to feel good for you, too, knowing that, A, you're in a terrific place where you're having a good time, and that your three girls aren't worried about you anymore. They've got their lives back, too, so to speak, if you know what I mean.
Well, I don't know about all parents, but I never liked to ask them to do things for me, and it was always, who am I going to ask, and are they going to be too busy, and they got jobs to go to, and you don't want to do that. As a parent, you don't want to do that.
Right, right. So this takes all of that burden off your shoulders because you've got lots of support where you are.
I don't have to ask them to do anything. I do ask them to do things. Sometimes I need to go to the casino or something.
Wow! Oh, you just have to go to the casino. Well, I guess Anita, you have to step up to the plate and take her to the casino.
Absolutely.
Well, there you go.
Or we have a bus that will take you.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Ron loves the casino. You can call on him.
But Ron, you were talking about Lynn, Lynn's mom, and John, and how they were struggling so much with the independence factor. They were not keen, as Gwen was saying. Lynn was nodding when Gwen was saying, as a parent, I don't like to burden my kids with all sorts of requests, and but they do. But Ron, it's that ferocious resistance that I'm sure at initially probably just rocked you back on your heels. You didn't expect it.
I wouldn't say I didn't expect it, but it's very difficult to find a way through it. And you know what, Sterling? I imagine you and I are probably wanting to be quite independent ourselves at this point.
Absolutely.
And we may not change that in 10 years or 20. So it's really hard to work through, and you really have to try to get them focused on how some things have changed in your life.
Right.
What you used to be able to do, you're no longer able to do. And it's nothing wrong with asking for some support, getting some help from somebody else, and taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there. Can I mention one more thing?
Absolutely.
Because I think it would be a shame if we didn't note the volunteers that work at Parkwood Manor.
Oh, good point.
And one of the big breakthroughs for us recently is that Lynn's mom has decided to join the choir.
Oh, all right.
And as I understand it, the two leaders of the choir had a parent at Parkwood Manor some years ago, but haven't had for some years. They're still coming back and conducting and leading the choir and helping them to enjoy that aspect of life. That they certainly wouldn't have that in their family home. Absolutely impossible. And it's because of volunteers.
Right, and the kind of environment that you create at Parkwood Manor, Deb, that makes people want to keep coming back to spread the joy and just keep the wheels turning.
Very much so. It's hard to actually imagine, but I have people say it all the time, that when you walk in the doors of Parkwood Manor, it has a different feeling. It's like a home. It really has a different feeling, and it comes down to the staff, the long-term residents, the volunteers, everybody.
ReveraLiving.com is a great place to check out Parkwood Manor online and all of your properties, Lydia, across BC. ReveraLiving.com, and then just to click on Parkwood Manor, and you're there. To all of our guests, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and it's just been a fabulous program.
Thank you so much.
You've made this episode of Boomer Life quite memorable, and I do appreciate it. See you next time, friends.